Something that has really up-leveled my business was understanding how my frequency affects my business. Because the way that you show up in your daily life and the frequency that you are in is going to mirror in your business. Your business is going to mirror that because your business is actually a frequency. It's an energy. And this is something that's what I'm going to talk about in today's episode that has been a big part of the success of my business. My name is Aurelia, and I am here to spread love, of course, but also to spread my knowledge in the frequency and energy of your business and just in manifestation, like how manifestation works. That has been something that's been a big part of my life. I came from a 20-year corporate career, and it just sucked the energy and soul out of me. It was something that I was raised to believe, that the way that you succeed in life, the way that you make money is by going to and finding a good job and rising up the ladder of success. And that's exactly what I did. I found a good job. I rose the ladder of success. And I came to a point where I was making really, really great money. But one of the things that I found was that I was just so unhappy. No matter what success I came to in this corporate job, I was not happy. I was depressed. I was feeling that I was wasting my life doing something that I was not meant to be doing. And so I decided to leave the corporate world and start on my journey of an entrepreneur. And so here I am talking to you because I am here to spread my knowledge and the journey that I've been through to get myself to a place where I've manifested my dream home. I've manifested my dream office, which is a meditation that was built inside of a tree, technically. And I've manifested so much in my life, and that's because I've learned the secret and the ingredients to manifestation. So today I want to talk to you about frequency and energy and how important it is to understand that your frequency is your currency. Okay? The way that you show up in your life and every day is going to mirror how your business is going to be. Okay? When you are able to step into a frequency of your highest self is important, because as you are being in this frequency, then you start paying attention to the things that you need to do in order to manifest the things that you want to manifest. When you're in a frequency of love and abundance, then you are also recognizing the things that the universe sends your way that support the manifestation, that support what you want to create and manifest. And so you have to bring yourself into the same level of frequency of your desires. And by doing that is a few things that you can do. It is every day connecting to your dreams, connecting to what it is that you're trying to create, that you want to manifest. So if it is that you're trying to create a business and build a business, then connect with your vision and what is it that you are trying to build in your business, right? And it's connecting to the frequency of that business. And that means putting yourself in the shoes of the woman, the person or man that already has the business that is successful. You can experience the life that you desire by visualizing and feeling and tuning into the energy and the frequency of the version of you that has already created the success. You have access to that at any time, because at any time there are multiple different versions of timelines that are happening. In one of the timelines, one version is you, the successful you that has created the business, the life, has manifested all the things that you are desiring to manifest. And so you need to connect to that timeline. And by doing that is really like visualizing and being in the energy of that person. So here's a couple of things that happen when you're in that energy of that person. You start to pay attention to what the universe places in front of you. You start to take action on the things that support your dreams, right? Because now you're suddenly seeing the right things that you need to take action on. And so as you take action on those things, you are going to get closer and closer to manifesting and creating that life. It's also important to have the tools to actually deal with the things that trigger you on a daily basis. You know, when you're building your business, there's a lot of things that come into play and a lot of triggers. So those of you that have business or are starting your business, you are going to understand this and you're going to recognize those triggers, because it's triggers I'm not enough and I can't do this and who am I, and all of the BS that is playing these stories in the background, telling you like how much you can't do a certain thing or how unworthy you are. And it comes because your mind, your subconscious is trying to keep you safe. It's trying to keep you from maybe failing, because maybe in the past you've tried things and it didn't work out the way that you wanted. So, and you got upset and you got depressed and all of that. And so your mind is remembering that and is trying to protect you. Whenever we come across something that is unknown, there's fear that comes into our body. There's fear that comes into place. So your mind is going to protect you by doing everything it can to avoid stepping into that unknown. But guess what? The best things are on the other side of the unknown. When you are creating that crazy, amazing life that you desire to have, right? That freedom, the freedom to do what you want. You are going to have to step into the unknown, because that is something that you're not familiar with, right? Because if you were familiar with it, you would be living it, right? So anytime that you are coming across something that is unknown or that is unfamiliar to you, then a lot of the fear and anxiety will come up. So having the tools for all of that is absolutely important. Some of the tools that I use is EFT tapping, right? It is tapping on the meridians on certain areas in the body to move the energy that's in the body and to replace the stories and the beliefs that are holding you back with more empowering ones. And the EFT tapping is something amazing. I'm going to have another video that actually talks about EFT tapping, and then I'm even going to share with you some EFT tapping sessions. The other thing is breath work, right? Breathing through and moving the energy in the body. One of my favorite ways to shift the stresses and the anxiety that come up is doing a facial ice cleanse, I guess you call it. And it is really taking a bowl of water, cold water, adding some ice in it, and dunking your face into this bowl of water for a few seconds, doing it about 3, 4, 5 times, and just leaving your head in the water, the cold ice water, for a few seconds. That's going to shift the things. It's going to disrupt whatever is happening within your nervous system, and it feels amazing. It is one of my favorite tools to use. I actually do it every morning just to shake things up and awaken my senses. And I do this. I dry my face, I put the serum on, and you know what? I can probably say this with certainty that it's probably is the reason why my skin is really great. My skin feels really nice. I'm about to be 50, and so this is one of the things that I've been doing on a daily basis. And so these are the things. It's like really stepping into your next level, stepping into that frequency, bringing yourself to the frequency and matching your frequency that you are running on to the frequency of the life that you desire. When you are bringing it and matching it on the same level, that's when the things are going to shift. That's when things are going to happen, because you're going to suddenly receive ideas and inspiration, and things are going to start getting clear, and you're going to start taking action on them. And as you take the steps, as you take action on things, you're going to get closer to bringing that into your 3D world, into reality. One of the things that I actually do consistently throughout the day, and that keeps me at a high vibe, is that I take about 30 seconds to a minute throughout the day, probably every 2 hours, every 2 to 3 hours, and I stop. I stop what I do. I put my hand on my heart, and I just connect with the version of me that has succeeded, that has already created the life. I connect with my vision and my dream, the vision of my business. I connect with the energy of money and the energy of wealth, and I connect with the things that I want to create and manifest. 30 seconds to a minute. I usually do it for longer, but that's all it takes is 30 seconds to a minute of just connecting. And it's not just visualizing and seeing it, but it's actually feeling it in your body. Feeling it, because that is the energy. That's what's going to amplify it. And the more that you can feel it in your body, the more that you're going to raise your frequency. Okay, and then go about your day. But you're going to see that the more that you do this throughout the day, the more that you start to suddenly become that version. You suddenly become that person. And guess what happens when you suddenly become the wealthy, successful version of you? You start creating success. You start manifesting and calling in and attracting and magnetizing wealth and the people and events, all of that are going to support your dream. It really is simple. It really is simple, but the difficult part is actually to get into the habit of doing this consistently. Because once you learn how to do this, once you do this on a daily basis continuously, it's going to come second nature. It's just naturally going to be that. And this is how it works. This is how I've shifted everything. I've been for the longest time in scarcity mindset, in fear, in just not knowing what to do, and trying to throw spaghetti at the wall, trying to see what sticks and what works, and just getting triggered and just staying in place and not really making the money that I want to make in my business. But as soon as I learned this, and as soon as I understood this and really started implementing this and turning that into a habit, a daily habit, everything changed. Everything. And so I really want this for you. And I'm going to write down below some of the things that I talked about, some of the practices that you can do so that you can start changing and shifting your life today. Right now, not tomorrow, but right now.